Hey, good morning, everyone. Um, as we get ready to begin another 3 minutes with God, let us be looking at Genesis 15, verse number 3 today. So let us go ahead and start the timer. So, Genesis 15, verse number 3 says, Then Abram said, Look, you have given me no offspring. Indeed, one born in my house is my heir. As um, Abram, I'm sorry, is continuing on the conversation about not having any children. What we couple of things that we see here. One, we see that Abram, in his prayer or in his conversation with God, he was able to just be completely honest with God. He was he was disappointed. He was upset, possibly that he didn't have any children yet. Um, and if you um, go all the way back to Genesis 12 when the promise is first extended to Abram, that that God would make him. Um, be fruitful and that he would be given the possession, his descendants would be given possession of this land, and all of these different promises that God made to Abram. And now here it is, some years later, and Abram still doesn't have a child or any descendants to pass on the land and the promises to, and Abram he's disappointed. And so one thing that we can look at is that and take from this is that it's okay to be completely honest with God with how we feel. If we are upset or disappointed, it's okay to tell God, and just be completely honest and tell uh, and share how we feel. Um, and trust me, God already knows. He knows everything, and so it's that's the kind of relationship that God is thriving for us to have with Him. One that we can be able to be completely open and honest, um, and share how we feel, um, and it's one of those things as Abram knew, but he just had a moment. He's human, and we have these moments also to where we know that the things that God has promised us, but at the time and as we're in it, it may not seem like the promise will come true, and it's the disappointment and the hurt. But as Abram, like I say back in Genesis 12, when the promise is first extended to him and first given to him, he believed God. And now, like I say, it's some years later, and it seems as if maybe God has forgotten what He has said. And so he is, he's hurt, he's disappointed, he's upset. But he still, even though he has this moment, he still trusts in God, and he does not give up. So I'll leave you with this today: is if God has shown you something, if God has promised you something, if you've read some of the promises in God's Word, and it seems like God is slow to move and slow to come to your aid, just continue to trust Him, continue to believe, and just know that if He said it, He will do it, and it will come to pass. It may not be when we want it, but He will show up right on time. So God bless you and have a great day.